Hello everyone, welcome to Genius Tech. My name is Stevie. I want to use this medium to appreciate those that already subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much, guys. And if you're watching this video now and you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly hit the subscribe button. Don't forget as well to hit on the notification button so that anytime I upload interesting video like this, you'll be the first person to get a notification. Okay, these are another part of the series we started some time ago, how you can build a blog website with Golang, React, and TAILWInd. All right, so my last video I showed us how you can create a login API, how you can make use of, how you can create a middleware, and how you can make use of the JWT token. So I showed us all those things. If you've not yet seen my previous video, please go and watch the previous video so that you'll be able to follow along. All right, so today what we're going to be doing is what we have to create the other APIs that we need to create. If the user wants to create a post, if they want to delete a post, if they want to edit a post, and if you want to just get a post related to a specific user, so we need to be able to do that. All right, so okay, without any further ado, let's go inside our text editor now. So in my last video, I forget to add something to the function we created to log in our user. So we need to pass our, we need to create a struct that's going to handle our JWT standard claims. It's just a line of code. I forget to add that for us in my last video. All right, so we just have to come down here and we need to we need to do something here. We're going to say type claims. All right, time claims. Okay, we need to have type claims, okay, which is going to be a struct. Then we need to pass our JWT.standard, okay, to standard claims. Okay, these are what we need to do. I think this should be outside the function here. So we just need to paste this here. All right, so this is all we need to do. So I forget to add this here. So let me save this guy. So that's all we need to do there. So the next thing we have to do is that we want to start creating the API that is going to, and if the user wants to create a post, if they want to edit a post to get a specific user's post, so we need to create that API. So I'm going to be a bit faster here because it's just few lines of code that we just have to write. So there's nothing much to do here. They can create a post, how they can edit a post, and how they can delete a post. So let me close this guy here. So inside our controller here, we need to create a new file. So let's call this guy, what can we call it? Post controller. Post controller. All right, post controller dot go. Okay, so we have to have a package here, which is going to be a package controller. Then this is where we are going to create all of the functions we need. So yeah, we need the function. So let's call this guy create posts. Okay, so create posts. So this guy is going to, we are going to pass C. Then the point, we need to point to fiber. Okay, then ctx. All right. So then we have to return something there, which is going to be error. Let's pass that here. So we're going to say variable now. Okay, we need to create a model. Yeah, before I forget, we need to create a model that is going to undo our controller here. So it's very important we do that. Yeah, I nearly forget that. So let's call this guy posts. Is it post? Let's call it blog. All right, blog.go. Anyway. Yeah, let's call it blog.go. So yeah, what we just need to do is that let's just come here, let's copy this guy here. So let's come inside our blog, first our package models. All right, so then the next thing we have to do is this. Okay, we need to paste this here. Then let's change this guy to blog. All right, so don't forget what are the things we need. So we are going to, we'll need the ID, all right, but we don't need the first name. So let's change this guy to, what do we need is, we need, what are the things we need? We need an ID, we need the title, okay? We need the title, all right? So, and let's change this guy to title here. All right, so we need another one is the description. Okay, so let's just call this guy the description. So yeah, the JSON kind of one wants to read is DESC here. So then we are going to need an image. Yeah, don't forget when I showed us in my first video, we uploaded an image. So we're going to need an image. Yeah, so let's put this image here. So what's the next thing we need? We don't need the password, we don't need the phone number. Then we need the user ID. So we have to tie each of these what's it called now? We need to tie each of these posts, to a user. There should be a relationship between this table, this block table, and this user table here. So, and what's going to be relationship is just the user ID here. So, and how we're going to do that? So let's just come here. Let's say user, okay, user ID, okay, which is going to be a string here. All right. So okay, so we're going to, let's make this a capital letter. Okay, so and then the string here, we're going to have JSON. All right, then we're going to have user ID. All right, so then don't forget we need to link this table, as I've said the other time, with this user table here. So we're going to need a foreign key. The foreign key is going to be that of the user ID. So let's really go to GORM documentation and let's see how that is done. So GORM, okay, MySQL. All right, so let's look at how we can achieve that. Okay, so let's go inside the let's see, it belongs to many stuff like that. Let's see, because we need the foreign key. Yeah, this is what we need here. So this particular guy is what we need. So this, this is going to be the user. Are you getting it now? So this user here, I mean, in our own what's it called, in our own application. So we need to link this here. This guy is a user here. They are trying to link the table of the company here. So we need a foreign key. So the foreign key is going to be that of the user. I hope you get what I'm trying to say now. So we need to get the foreign key. The foreign key so simply means the ID of a particular table, which is a new thing inside this user here. So that's what we just need here. So all right, so let's just copy that and come here and let's paste this guy. Okay, so let me delete this. Yeah, so I'll just explain what I just do here. So this is the user. Okay, this user is coming from this particular one here is coming from the model. So you see, from this user model. So we are now saying that this JSON user, okay, we are setting it to this guy here because we want to be returning every of the posts created with their user. Are you getting it now? So if a post is created, we want to return the user details along with that post. So that's what we want to do. So what's the foreign key here? The foreign key is this user ID here. That's the foreign key. So we are linking this table together with this table here. So that's what we are just trying to do here. So the foreign key, that is this key, this ID is coming from this particular table here. So it's a foreign key to this guy. It's a new key to this guy. So this key doesn't belong to here, but the key is coming from here. So that's what we are just trying to do here. So this is what we need to do to set up our model. All right. So don't forget that we still need to, sync this table here inside our database. And how we're going to do that, let's quickly go inside our database here. All right. So let's just come here, copy this guy. Let's paste this here. So let's just change this to blog. Okay. To blog. So once we save it, and restart our server, is going to create this table inside our database. So we have the ID, the title, the description, the image, the user ID. So that's all we need to do. So let's save this guy and let's go back to our function here. All right. So the next thing we have to do now is that, okay, since we've been able to create our model, okay, all right, since we've been able to create our model, so let's just come here and let's say variable blog posts. Okay. So variable blog posts. So we are saying models, okay, dot blog. All right. So then we are going to do the same thing there that we'll be doing there. Let's just come here. What we'll be doing, we need the body parser. Same thing we'll be doing there. That's what we just need. So let me just copy this guy from here. Okay, and let's paste this here. So we have to change this guy to blog posts, right? So we need to change this guy to blog post. Then we need to import FMT here. come on, quick fix, then we import it. All right, so that's all we need to do there. Okay, the next thing we have to do now is that we have to create the blog post now. So we're going to say if error is equals to let's say database database db dot create, because we need to create that post, we need to create it inside our database. So then we are going to say blog post dot error. All right, blog post if there's an error, then we come here, we're going to say that error, if error is not equals to null. All right, if error is not equals to null, then we'll come down here, we're going to return status code 400, status code 400. Then we are going to say invalid payload. Let's say for example they are trying to say what is not correct. Okay, why am I doing this is because now, for example, if you, let's go inside our our Thunder client here. Let's say for example, if the user is expected to send email here, and if maybe they put an else here, or if any one of these things is missing, if any one of the things they have to send to the database is missing, we want to tell the user that is an invalid payload. We want to tell the front end guy, let's say I'm the back end guy and we have a front end guy, I'm the one creating the API. So if the front end guy is sending a wrong or incomplete payload to the API, I want to return something back to him. That's it, guy. What you are trying to do, you are trying to send an invalid payload. So that's what I'm just trying to do here. All right, so let's return something. What are we going to return? I'm going to say c.json. All right, c.json, and we have the fiber.map. Okay, so what is the message? The message is that the message wants to return is we're going to say invalid. Okay, invalid payload. All right, invalid payload. So that's all what we need to do there. So the next thing we want to do now is that if everything went well, so we need to return a success message. Return c.json. all right, we're going to say fiber.map. Fiber.map. Then what's the response? We want to tell them congratulations, your post is live. Say message. We're going to say that congratulations. Let's just use that, congratulations. Your post is live. I mean, something like that, depending on what you want to use. Your post is live. Okay, this is all we need to do to create our post. So this is all we need to do to create our post. So let's check if this is working, for example. So let's come here. Let's save this guy. So don't forget we need to go inside our route here. So this is where we are going to need our authentication, because before a user can create a post, we want them to log in first. So that's where we are going to need our middleware. And don't forget, this guy is going to be every API that wants to protect must come below this our middleware here. So now the next thing we have to do is we're going to say API is going to be a post request. We're going to say /API/ posts. Okay, all right, so I'm going to say controller now, controller.create post. So that's all we need to do there. So let's check if we are going to get it working. So let's see which user do wants to create a post for. So this user is login ID 2. Okay, so now let's come here, let's create a new request, and let's get this guy to going to be a post. So let's clear this off. Okay, so it's going to be HTTPS. No HTTPS, because this is just a local server. Okay, so we're going to say localhost 3000 /API/post. Okay, so what is going to be in the body? So the body we have to the body here we have to have the title. For example, we need a title. So what is the title now? Let's call this new posts, for example, new posts. Okay, then let's come down here. The next thing we have to do is the description. I just come here and put something there. This is a description. This is the description. All right. Okay, so the next thing we have to do, we need that image, right? We need that image link. We are going to just use a random image for now. Let's just come here and use, let's search for test image URL. All right, so let's come here and make use of any of these ones we see here. So let me just copy this and make use of this. All right, let's come back here. So that's going to be the image. Since we've not started, I've not created the functionality that's going to handle our image that is going to upload it for us. I think that I'm going to make that happen in my next video. So let's post it here. Don't forget that we're going to need the user ID. So let's say, for example, now I send this guy here. Let's say I send this data inside our post here. Let's see the error message we are going to get. Let me send this guy for not found /posts. Let me see. Where is our route? Yeah. Our route, what do we use for that? Come on, where is our route? Okay, routes, yeah. So API, yeah, post /API/post. Okay, controller. So why is it saying okay, yeah, I have to stop my server. Okay, let me open my terminal here. Come here. I have to restart my server. Okay, so you have to run this guy. Okay, so what we need to do, okay, now to avoid starting and restarting our server, yes, I wanted to say this. Anytime you make a changes, to avoid these issues of restarting your server, we can use node more. Yeah, if you are coming from Node, you'll be able to understand what node more is used for. You know, node more is just a package that is going to help you to restart your server. We can make use of this in Golang too. So what you just have to do is just that you have to install it globally to make use of it. I think is let me come up here. So let's search for node more. It's a package we can use. Okay, yeah, you just have to install it globally. You use the npm to install it, or you can make use of yarn as well to install yarn add node more. You put this -g there to make it a global. So once you make it once you install it globally, so you see yarn global add node more. So I've done that already. Just copy this and install it. Then the next thing you have to do is that, so for us to be able to do that, so let me go cd into my what's it called now? Let me cd into my my file. So go okay, let's call it cd my blog backend. That's the name. Okay, blog backend. So then let me stop this server here. The server I've started here. Okay, so then let me close this guy. We will not be needing to restart our server all the time. So there is this long string that you need to type. I'm trying to get that here out here. Okay, so you just have to copy it. Come on, why is it? I use it a lot of time. Okay, yeah, this is it. Let me make this guy bigger. So this is all just what you need to do. So node more dash watch. Then this means every of the go file. So you want to, every of the go file here, you want to watch them in case if there is any changes. So if there's any changes, we want you to restart the server. So the node more is going to help us to restart the server of any of the go file that changes in the application. So and you put the signal, sync time, and you know, just copy this and type this. So it's going to help you every time you make a change. Instead of you stop the server, go back and restart it, that can be time consuming. Okay, so this is all just we need to. Once I hit on enter now, you see what is going to happen. It's going to start it for us. You see, connect successfully. So let's say, for example, I come here, I make any changes. Let's say I make any changes, and let me save, and let's go back. You see, it's restarted it automatically for us. So I don't need to always come back here. Once I start this, I forget about restarting my server. Okay, now, so let's go back inside where we want to check, you know, to test run if everything is working fine. So, okay, so we need, let's send this now. So you see invalid payload. Why is it an invalid payload? Because we need the user ID to be here, which is very, very important. Okay, so we have to come here and say user ID. So what is the user ID? Which is 2. So that is anytime with the front end guy wants to consume this API, he must send the user ID along, because we've already provided the user ID to the front end. Once the user login, that's why I'm returning all the user details. Apart from the password, I'm returning all the user details back to the front end, so that the front end can be able to get that particular user ID. They can get their name, they can get their email address. All right. So now let's send this now, and let's see the message we are going to get. Let's send this. Still saying invalid payload. Why is this saying that? Okay, yeah, it's invalid because we don't put a comma here. So let's send. Okay, still say invalid payload. We have the user ID, the title, the description, the image. Let's see, is there anything we are missing here? It can't be a string. The user ID can never be a string. Okay, yeah, it should be a string. So we have your post is live now. Okay, congratulations, user ID. Sorry, it's supposed to be a string. I don't put it here as a string. That is why we are getting invalid payload. Okay, so this is a message. Congratulations, your post is live. So let's check it if indeed our post is live. Okay, so let's come up here and let's come inside our user. Okay, not user this time around, the blog. We should have a new table. Okay, we should have a new table. Yeah, this is a new table, blogs. We have it here. So inside our blog, we have, you see, the new post. The ID is one. We have the new post. We have the description. This is the description, the image. This is the image, and we have the ID. So guys, we've been able to create our blog. So now the next thing we want to do is that we need to create an API that is going to get, that is going to get the blog for us. So I mean, that is going to get that blog that we've already created. So we need an API to do that. So it's just very simple to do that, the function to do that. So guys, the next thing we have to do is this. Let's go back here. Let's go back to our controller, our blog, our post controller. So now let's come up here. Let's quickly create that. We have a function here. So let's get, we are going to call it all posts. Okay. So this is going to help us to get all of the posts. So let's just come here and copy all of these, guys, instead of first typing it all the time to save time. Okay, let's say error. Okay, then we have to come here. So what do we have to do? So the first thing we have to do is that, okay, so we need to get all the posts first. So when we get all the posts, and what we want to do is that we don't want to get all the posts at once. Okay, so we don't want to get all the posts at once. We need to paginate it. Yeah, that's what we are going to be learning. So we need to paginate it so that each of those posts can come in. At least maybe we are going to limit it to 5. We are going to limit it to maybe if it's 5 posts we wanted, if it's 3 posts we wanted. So we are going to limit it. So that we're going to do next. Okay, I think this video is getting longer. Yeah, I just like to make it short videos. So okay, maybe in my next video I'm going to create that particular function that is going to get all our posts. So let me stop here. All right, let me stop here. So okay, what we've done today is that we've been able to create a post. So in my next video we are going to be doing that pagination. Okay, if we want to limit the post that will be coming from the database just to 5 posts. So we don't want, let's say we have like 100 posts, we don't want to be displaying all the 100, sending all the 100 posts at once. So we want to limit it. So that's what we want to do in my next video. Okay guys, I'm going to stop here. So in my next video we are going to be working on that, how you can get all your posts, how you can paginate. So that's what I'm going to be doing in my next video, guys. So thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. See you guys in my next tutorial. Thank you so much. Bye for now.